Happy Pride from
All right, guys. So, how is everybody doing? It's a beautiful evening here in General Luna. You ever watch Jesse Waters? All right, Jesse Waters. He is a guy named Johnny on the Street. All right, we are up here this evening, up at the Boulevard here in General Luna, and they are having their LGBTQRS. You guys know what I'm talking about. Event up here. They're doing a march. They've got a couple things set up down here. But I want to get out on the street and I actually want to ask questions. All right? They're marching and just different things I would like to ask some of the people that are participating in this event. Once again, guys, I don't judge anybody. I'm not here to judge anybody. I do believe, however, there are two genders. So there is a male and there's a female. I do not believe females should compete or men should compete in women's sports and women should not compete in men's sports. That's just me. That's just me. You can believe what you want, but I've got my camera girl here. Lut. Here's Lut. My camera girl. Oh, sorry. Oh, good. Oh, made a mistake. Sorry. Anyways, guys, let's go around. Let me go around and show you what's going on. All right, like I said, Johnny on the spot, but this is Philly on the spot here. I am here with, you're the organizer of this event, correct?
Yes.
And can you tell me about this event and what's going on here?
All right, my name is Remus from Javalaba Tours. We're here in Siargao. So we organized the first Siargao Pride today, 29th of June, and we're very, we feel really ecstatic that the community is together right now. So we just finished our free HIV testing and counseling activity just now. And then coming up after this, we have the motorcade. So we're going to go around Tourism Loop and we're going to march for Pride. And then, of course, it's not complete without a party. We're party people. So there's also a party going on tonight. We've got, what do you call this? Fire dancers. We got percussionists. We have a DJ. And then, of course, there's going to be games and karaoke. So it's going to be fun. But, underneath all of the fun and activities, what we're really doing this for is, for the community of Siargao, the LGBT community of Siargao to be together, so us to know each other more, and also so that we can express ourselves and also the rights that we've been fighting for, specifically SOGI Equality Bill.
What is it? SOGI Equality Bill?
SOGI Equality Bill. So it's unfortunate that here in the Philippines, animals have rights. The lives of animals are protected by law, but us, LGBT people, we're still prone to discrimination, prone to inequality and judgment because there's no law protecting the rights of LGBT people in the Philippines. So this is what we're fighting for the government to listen to us and finally pass the SOGI Equality Bill.
So now you're human, just like everybody else.
Yes.
You still have the rights as a human being. You just want rights for the LGBTQ community. For what kind of rights? Discrimination? What else?
Of course, equal opportunity in the workplace, in the community, protection from discrimination. I believe there are people also fighting for same-sex marriage or civil same-sex union. That's, of course, same-sex union is it's a huge umbrella that entails a lot of other things, like the right for the partner to decide, for the medical treatment of another partner, things like that.
We know the rise of AIDS is up 500% here all around the Philippines.
Okay.
Why do you think that is? What is contributing to that?
Well, of course, I think like what we did today, we have the free HIV testing and counseling. we do this to promote awareness on the use of condoms, safe sex. I think the reason behind the rising numbers of HIV infections is because unprotected sex. So one of the projects that we did is aimed towards to address, help address this issue, particularly here in Siargao. We've got people who attended the activity today. It's their first time ever in their lives to get HIV testing, and to be able to give them the opportunity to know their status this very day. For me, that's a very big gift, huge gift that you can give to anyone.
So you get tested right on the spot.
Yes.
They'll tell you whether or not you're HIV positive or negative.
Yes.
Boy,
on the
that
spot.
would definitely. It's like if you're using unprotected sex, it's like, and you don't know, you could be scared, but to get that result in, it's either going to make or break your day.
Yes.
Now, as far as medication here in the Philippines, is medication provided by the government, or would that come out of your pocket? Because we all know, like, AIDS has been around a long time. Magic Johnson's still around. However, he's on medication, but I'm sure it's not cheap. Does the government provide medication, or, will that come out of a Filipino's pocket?
Okay. This part I'm not very sure about,
Right.
but I believe that there are organizations that help subsidize medication for people who are HIV positive.
Right. And you think it is also because, like sex and talking about sex and stuff, it's just not a common thing here. It's just not. They don't talk about it. However, they do it. And do you think the fact that it's not widely talked about is the reason why a lot of people are just uneducated?
Yes, sometimes talking about sex in certain places in the Philippines is considered taboo.
Right.
So, and I think that it's gonna take a long time before it can be opened, it can be talked about openly. But you're right. If you talk about it, I think it should start in the household. You
Right.
know, because there was an initiative to talk about this in the early education of Filipino students.
I was just going to ask that. What about school?
Yeah, but since we're a very conservative country, there are people who are requesting, or they don't like their little children or their kids
Right.
to talk about this topic in school. So I think it should be done in the household. Parents can discern if their kids are in the appropriate age to talk about sex, and then they can learn sex education through their own parents.
I got another question for you. Now, I'm only asking you because I want your opinion on it, because in America, like, it's a big thing. It's a big thing right now. What do you believe? How many, is it sexes? How many, what is it? How many genders? How many genders do you believe there are in the world?
Oh, that is a very difficult question to answer. Why? Because gender can be fluid, gender can change. So I don't know how to answer that. That's very difficult.
See, now most people like me, I wouldn't even say most people, but me, myself, I think, and I say there are two genders,
Okay.
male and female.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
And I understand, where you're coming from. Also, another big thing that is a topic back in the States is, do men who think they're women, they go through all the hormone treatments, they may even, get their breasts cut off and all that other stuff. Men, they go through all the, everything.
Okay.
Do you feel women belong in male sports?
Women belong in male sports?
Yes. What I mean by women is like guys that have said, you know what, I feel I'm not a man, I'm a woman.
Okay.
I'm going to, they feel they're a woman, so now they
Okay.
get,
I
they
get
get
the
into the sports of female, like female swimming and all that. Do you think that's that should be.
Okay, so I think the question. Okay, yeah, I understand the question now. Yes, I believe I agree that trans women can join a female sporting event, and I believe that trans men can join a male sporting event. That's my stand on it.
But you don't think a man going into a woman's sport has more an advantage because of their hormones? Because let's face it, men are more dominant in sports. You know what I mean? And in other things, and it has nothing to do with, I'm a chauvinist or whatever you want to call it. It's just they just are more dominant.
Well, this is hard. For Miss Universe, very Miss Universe question, this one. No, but advantage, physical body, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. But, everyone, each athlete has, they have to discipline themselves, train themselves. You have to develop muscles and body
Right,
movement
right.
to adjust to the sport that they are doing. So as long as they are doing their job, their training properly, then they're all on a level playing field. That's how I see it.
All right, one more real quick. Do trans women that were originally a man, I'm a female now, do they belong in female bathrooms?
Trans women belong in female bathrooms. Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's about it. Thanks for answering my questions. And he's from Javalava. He's actually a friend of the family, and but thank you for answering the questions and letting everybody know what's going on here.
And thank you so much, Brian. I can't believe I'm going to be featured in your YouTube video and your vlog. And I really appreciate the chance for our event to reach more people. This is the first Pride March in Siargao. And we do want to have a bigger Pride next year. We want to get more people involved, more people from Mindanao to come here, more people from Cebu and from Luzon to come here. The dream is, to make Siargao like an LGBT hotspot for Mindanao, meaning a place where LGBT people can come and feel safe and belong and enjoy. That's the dream for me. I'm not a resident of Siargao. I'm not a local of Siargao. I just moved here 2 years ago. But Siargao is my home now.
Right.
And I want Siargao to be a safe space for many LGBT people. That's why we're hoping that we can do a bigger and better Pride next year.
Well, we'll see. Can you say, before we wrap this up, can you say Philly on the spot?
Philly on the spot.
All right, guys, I am going to wrap this one up. Yes, guys, AIDS is on a massive decline here in the Philippines, 500%. I spoke to I guess they were the medical team that were here giving out free AIDS tests. And you found out on the spot whether or not you were positive or negative. They had like 14 people that actually did take a test, and they would know. But could you imagine having that fear of, do I have it, or don't have it? Then when you get to test, the relief you would have, or the change to your life that you would have if you came up positive. It is not only, people want to say, oh, it's the gays, it's the LGBT community. It's not. It is, you guys know. I mean, it's been around for how long? It happens amongst men and women. And unprotected sex, education, you're fighting, here in the Philippines, you're fighting the Catholic Church when it comes to education of sex. They don't like to talk about sex. It's like a taboo subject. But anyways, guys, I don't know. They're heading out on a little parade. This is the first event they've ever had here in General Luna. And if you are with a Filipina, married to a Filipina, I guarantee you, every family has either a baklak, a gay, or a lesbian in the family. It's just a common thing. It's widely accepted here. However, rights when it comes to discrimination and all that. Well, that they have to figure out. You believe in something like that, you're the one that has to go out, and you're the one that has to go out and make changes. I'm just a guest here. I'm just reporting to you. Philly on the street. I'm just reporting. But anyways, figured I'd share that with you. I have no problem with it. It is what it is. But there's people out there that are hate towards the community and everything. Well, that's what you got to deal with. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave your comments below. No ugly comments. I will erase your ugly comments. Get it? So, all right. Thank you. And this is Philly on the Street, and we will talk to you later.